Hello everyone, tutor Jonathan Huertas and classmates. My presentation in Colombian Education course Task 2 Recording Colombia Bilingual. Bilingual Education in Colombia. Disclaimer. Particularly Spanish English in bilingual has been prevalent. This is seen as providing access to a highly visible, socially accepted form of bilingualism, leading to the possibility of employment in the global marketplace. In contrast, bilingualism in minority Amerindian of colonial language has been generally undervalued associated with an invisible form of bilingualism related to underdevelopment, poverty, and backwardness. Authors citing bilingualism. Silvia Valencia explains as a result of globalization and widespread use of English worldwide, the term bilinguismo has acquired a different meaning in the context. It is used by many to refer almost exclusively to Spanish-English bilingualism. Has also been undermined by the spread of English and the very people increasing their desire to invest in English. My opinion about the statement, uh, my opinion, my opinion of according readings, I consider that your country bilingualism is considered a relationship between English and Spanish, or the foreign language of the indigenous language of many reservation communities are not necessarily considered of bilingualism. My opinion too, traditionally there has been great concern about the acquisition of the English language, leaving aside the natural language which are part of your cultural identity difference you from of the nations. In my opinion, it is important to recognize that they have made some progress in the implementation of constitutional principles of language cultural diversity from the ethno-education policy directive in Colombian government. In my opinion, for that is with it's important for that in Colombia there is adequate education reform that is equitable language and culture represented in the country. Represented in the country in music, foods, tradition, represented in the country. Example of bilingual in Colombian. Example one, the main promotes the national bilingual program. The objective is the guarantee that Colombian citizens can communicate through English with acceptable standard. Example two, according to Semana magazine, the education company AFI among Latin American countries measure Colombia is ranking 17 or 19. Example three, in Colombia there is approximately 68 native language. Example 4, 45 of bilingual schools are concentrated in Bogota. In addition, there is only 100 education institutions in the whole country. The private sector for their part in public institutions by language priority. Question 2. The question we can ask: how form bilingual education programs for majority in languages spoken in Colombia today are actively helping towards the creation of a more understanding, a more tolerant society, and not only providing a way the better hope on the higher standard of living for the graduates. After cities bilingualism, Muñoz defined this as activity process of communication integrated between culture for purpose of mutual heritage. Mocus mountains that those were come into contact with different cultures should value the tension generally by the contact between the tradition and CD is a mechanism which forces one to a certain degree of universality. My opinion about the question. My opinion one, Colombia as a multicultural and multilingual nation created a linguistic policy that takes into account looking towards a globalized world. My opinion two, bilingual programs Colombians respect the country's own cultural identity, include aspects such as tolerance and respect for cultural diversity. In my opinion, three will how although bilingualism can give use and advantages to framework and excel. In my opinion, for also in the workplace, bilingual professionals receive higher salaries than other professionals. Uh, Learning another language opens the doors to other cultures and allows them to enrich themselves. Animality de Mejía. Of Mejía. Example: in Colombia, the language program to meet to basic standard of foreign language skill, as well as the curricular guidelines to the proposed. Example two, this program should not only reach to school population of the cities, but also from scattered areas of ethnic groups. Example tip: national bilingual program should be based on the common European framework, determining the level of English. Example four: the teaching of foreign language of native language should be taken in the account. Bibliographic reference. Thanks by for attention. Goodbye.